right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Salutations to all the I can push the word to say with charity. As always, I'm the brother Yediah from the Great Millstone Bread China, Chicago. Back to another lesson. It's a walk and talk, low and then be edifying. And then quick and straight to the point, wait on the Lord. Because the Lord, Yahweh Shai, he's coming back with healing in his wings. You know, and this lesson was inspired by, you know, I was just on the JOB, you know, and I seen this woman. It was this Jake family. Well, you know, two older Jake women, and one was in a wheelchair and one was helping with the wheelchair, you know, and it was just a look of despair. And I had a quick thought in my head that, hey, nothing in this life is forever. You know, whether it be disability, whether it be blindness, whether it be maimed or whatever it may be, hey, nothing is forever, man. Hey, as the scriptures say, the issues of death belonging to the Lord. Not even death is forever. Hey, Yahweh Shai, he's the firstborn of the dead. He overcame death, right? And he's coming back with immortality and healing, you know. But I'm going to hit these precepts. It's Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. For I lift up my hand in heaven and say, I live forever. So everything that happens in life is a judgment. If a person is born with some type of infirmity, whether it be not dyslexia, you know, whatever impairment they might have. They may be born without a limb, you know, born blind, born deaf, you know, can't talk, whatever it may be. These things are judgments, and they're not forever. The Lord has and will and can heal these different things, as we read in the Gospels. You see, looking at the woman, you know, I thought about how in the scriptures it says that he deceived them that dwell on the earth. You see, Esau Edom, he's going to deceive the people into taking the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast. He's going to deceive them into taking it, promising to them that a person that's in a wheelchair can walk again. If you're blind, you're going to be able to see again. If you can't, you know, taste, or you can't do X, Y, and Z, he's going to promise them that he can heal them by putting this RFID microchip technology, which is the mark of the beast, inside of them, in which the Lord in the past and here in our time, he healed those things, and he's going to do it again. You see? And looking at these women, they had a look of despair on their face, but the Lord can and will heal these things. This is 1 Samuel 2 and 6. It says, Yahweh killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. You go in the Gospels, you got a count of Yahweh Shai raising up the dead, healing people that was hand withered, a man that was born since he was, it's like a man that was blind since he was born. He gave him sight. Now Esau Edom on the left-hand side, he's telling you that, look, we don't need God. We can give you these things through a physical, carnal mean. But the scripture says, wait ye on the Lord. The Lord is going to fix all of our infirmities, all of our problems through the Spirit. It says, verse 7, Yahweh maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. He raises up the poor out of the dust and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are Yahweh's, and he has set the world upon them. So this whole world is Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. He's in control. And he's the one that heals. He's the one that wounds. You see? And for those that wait upon the Lord, as the scriptures say, they shall renew their strength. All we got to do is wait upon Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. He's going to fix everything for us. If you got a brother or a sister or a person that you know that got some type of chronic illness, the Lord can fix that. The Lord can heal that. And I know brothers personally with people they know, or somebody that has some type of problem, that I believe the Lord is going to give them power to fix it. But we got to continue to wait upon the Lord. You know, Down syndrome, you know, blindness, maybe loss of limb, maybe can't walk, deaf. Hey, the Lord, you go in the book of Acts, you go throughout the Gospels, the Lord gave the disciples turned apostles power, and they were healing. And the Lord's going to do the same thing here in our time, but we got to wait upon him. This, Matthew 11 and verse 2, now when John had heard in the prisons the work of Hamashiach, he sent 2 of his disciples and said unto him, art thou he that should come, or do we look for another? Yahushua answered and said unto them, go and show John again those things which he do hear and see. So John went and inquired of Yahushua, like, look, is this he? He was in prison, you know. And that's what Yahushua told him. It says the blind received their sight. So you had literal blind people, you know, that couldn't see. Yahushua, he healed them. It says, and the lame walk, a person that couldn't walk or was maimed, they now can walk. It says the lepers are cleansed and the deaf hear. Person that couldn't hear, Yahushua, he healed them. Now they can hear. Person with leprosy, anything, the Lord healed them. It says, and the deaf hear, the dead are raised up, and the poor have the gospel preached to them. Mm-hmm. It says, and he blessed him, whosoever shall not be offended in me. So you got to believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua in entirety to receive these blessings, to receive this healing that he's coming with. Matthew 8 and verse 13, and Yahushua said unto the centurion, go thy way, and as thou hast believed, so be it done unto thee. And his servant was healed in the self-same hour. And side note, call law, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, 144 in the U-Haul. Yahushua, hey, he went amongst the people and he healed the people. He didn't charge them. He didn't tell them, pay me. He told them, look, believe and be healed. Multitudes of people. You know, it's mighty, man. It says, and Yahushua said unto the centurion, go thy way, and as thou hast believed, so be it done unto thee. And thy servant was healed in the selfsame hour. And when Yahushua was coming to Peter's house, he saw his wife's mother laid sick of a fever. And he touched her hand, and the fever left her, and she arose and ministered unto them. And then Yahushua, he had people, it was a little girl. She walked up, grabbed his garment. She was healed. You had people coming down through windows on the ceiling, you know. You had men that was blind, couldn't even see, trying to find Yahushua so he can be healed. And he healed them. This is our power. It says, and when even was come, they brought him unto many that were possessed with devils. A lot of our people got demons on them. And he cast out the spirits with the word and healed all that were sick, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by Isaiah the prophet, saying, himself took our infirmities and bare our sicknesses. Yahushua, he healed. And he's going to do the same thing here in our time. We got to wait upon him and not bend the knee unto Baal. And follow after Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, Satan. This Revelation 13 and 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And this is the Roman Empire coming back into power. Everything based here in Babylon the Great America is the likeness of the ancient Roman Empire. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast shall both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he caused of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that mark is a physical imprinted mark. Something that's going to break the skin and go inside. It's that RFID microchip, that charagma. It says, or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And soon it's going to come down to you not being able to do anything unless you have the RFID microchip. You're not going to be able to buy, sell. You're not going to be able to do anything if you don't have that mark. But the Lord said, my servant shall eat. My servant shall rejoice. You know, it says, here's wisdom, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 636. And this whole beast system had been parading that 666 in front of you all. But hey, look, the Lord, he's coming with healing in his wings, as it says in Malachi, the 4th chapter. We just got to wait upon him and not bend the knee. Lord, this was an edifying lesson called Laim Lai, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. The bonus to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Citation all the occupants, word, true, savior with charity. Shalom, Bragathum, Kwame Yashrala, Wa Baba Ball. Shalom.